God has an urgent message for you about someone you blocked who is crying right now. You've been feeling strange emotions or sudden memories about this person. And it's not just your imagination. It's a divine revelation meant to open your spiritual eyes. God is showing you their current emotional state because there's something important you need to understand today. This message comes with love to help you see the bigger spiritual picture. Behind digital separation, the tears they're shedding are creating spiritual ripples that are reaching you through divine channels. And knowing this truth matters more than you realize for your spiritual journey ahead. As you hear these words, know that God sees both the pain that caused you to block this person and the tears they're crying in this very moment. It's normal to feel confused or even guilty when you learn someone you separated from is suffering. But remember that God is revealing this for a divine purpose. This revelation is your chance to understand the spiritual connection that blocking on social media cannot break. You're receiving this message because there's something sacred happening right now between your spirits. Even when creating distance felt necessary and right, trust that learning about their tears is a divine gift, because understanding the spiritual impact of our choices helps us grow in wisdom and compassion. Sometimes God shows us others' pain, not to burden us, but to complete a spiritual lesson we both need to learn. As you think about this blocked person, take time to examine the invisible spiritual threads that still connect you both. Just like Wi-Fi signals pass through walls even when doors are locked, spiritual energy flows between souls even when phones are blocked and profiles are hidden. Notice what emotions you still carry about this person versus what you've truly released. Just like cutting a physical rope doesn't stop the memory of what it once held together, blocking someone digitally doesn't instantly sever the spiritual bond that was created between you. Pay attention to how their distant tears are somehow reaching your heart through channels you can't see but your spirit recognizes. This divine revelation isn't meant to guilt you into reconnecting, but to awaken you to the reality that souls remain connected beyond technology. Every relationship leaves spiritual imprints that blocking buttons cannot erase. Understanding this truth helps you see that their current emotional state and your sudden awareness of it is part of a larger spiritual dance orchestrated by divine wisdom for both of your highest good. This revelation about their tears is more than just information about someone from your past. It's a spiritual checkpoint in both of your journeys. God is showing you their emotional state because there's a divine purpose unfolding that requires your spiritual awareness. Face this revelation with an open heart, understanding that blocked relationships often serve as mirrors reflecting unhealed parts of ourselves. There's a loving plan at work that includes both your growth and theirs, and sometimes that plan involves separation that leads to individual healing. Their tears might be part of their own spiritual awakening, just as your knowledge of those tears is part of yours. Difficult separations can become sacred ground where both people learn crucial lessons about love, boundaries, and forgiveness. When relationship situations feel complex and emotionally charged, reach out in prayer for divine understanding. God is always here to give you wisdom about the spiritual meaning behind human connections and separations. In your prayers, you'll find clarity about whether this revelation calls for action, forgiveness, or simply compassionate awareness from a distance. Trust that every blocked connection serves divine purposes, even when those purposes remain mysterious for now. As we've discussed the spiritual complexity of blocked relationships, I'd like to help guide you through more divine revelations about human connections. If these messages about spiritual bonds and divine timing resonate with your soul, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual insights about relationships, separation, and the invisible threads that connect us all. Pay attention to the spiritual signs that confirm this blocked person has been thinking intensely about you and struggling emotionally. These aren't just coincidences. They are divine signals sent specially to make you aware of their hidden pain. Throughout your recent days, you might have experienced sudden waves of unexplained sadness, unexpected dreams featuring this person, or random memories surfacing without obvious triggers. You might have heard their favorite song in unusual places, noticed their name appearing repeatedly, or felt an inexplicable heaviness in your chest during quiet moments. These aren't accidents. They're spiritual transmissions from someone whose tears are calling out across the invisible realm that connects all souls. Trust your intuitive feelings about their emotional state, that sudden knowing that something is wrong, those moments when you feel their energy despite the digital wall between you, or that persistent urge to check if they're okay. That's your spiritual antenna picking up their distress signals. When you experience unexplained emotional shifts that don't match your current circumstances, when you find yourself thinking of them at random times, or when you feel a pull toward forgiveness without understanding why, that's divine communication bridging the gap that blocking created. These intuitive moments are sacred downloads, showing you the real, time spiritual reality behind their current tears. Notice them, acknowledge them, and understand that your spirit is naturally attuned to the pain of those who once shared your energy field. Remember, you're not alone in navigating this spiritually complex situation of blocked relationships and distant tears. God is with you, surrounding both you and this crying person with divine love that transcends digital barriers. Around both of you work teams of guardian angels and spiritual guides, all coordinating to bring healing to connections that appear severed but remain spiritually active. This revelation about their emotional state is designed to expand your spiritual understanding, not to reopen wounds or create guilt about necessary boundaries. Feel grateful for this divine insight into someone's hidden struggle, for it shows how deeply connected we all remain in the spiritual realm. Each moment you spend in compassionate awareness, even from a distance, contributes to both of your healing journeys. The universe orchestrates these revelations of others' pain, not to burden your heart, but to grow your capacity for divine love that can exist even within healthy separation. Nothing can completely separate souls that have touched each other's lives. Not blocking, not distance, not even anger can break the golden threads of spiritual connection that bind us all in God's love. Divine timing, God's perfect spiritual clock, is working in this blocked relationship situation right now. When you receive knowledge about someone's tears at exactly the moment, when your spirit is ready to handle this information with wisdom and compassion, that's sacred timing revealing itself. These moments of revelation show you're connected to God's larger plan for healing relationships, even those that seem permanently severed by blocking and separation. As this awareness of their emotional state reaches you now, let it build your confidence in divine communication that flows beyond human technology. Each spiritual download about their tears confirms that love and connection operate on frequencies that blocking cannot interrupt. Pay attention to why this revelation is coming today, at this exact time in your spiritual journey. The timing isn't random. It's part of a loving plan designed to teach both of you something essential about forgiveness, compassion, and the eternal nature of soul connections. Keep your heart open to understanding the divine purpose behind learning about their pain. The more you recognize these spiritually timed revelations, the clearer your role in this cosmic dance of healing becomes. Just as you receive these divine revelations about blocked relationships and hidden tears, your support helps us continue sharing similar spiritual guidance with others navigating complex connection dynamics. A small super thanks of $10, $20, $50, or even $100 allows these important messages about spiritual bonds to reach those who feel confused about blocked relationships and the invisible threads that still connect separated souls. As you process this knowledge about their tears, Believe that blocked relationships can lead to the most profound spiritual understanding of your lifetime. Just like a skilled surgeon must sometimes cut healthy tissue to remove what's toxic, your spirit sometimes requires separation to heal wounds that staying connected would keep infected. God arranges these painful digital separations for purposes far greater than we initially understand. Focus on the inner healing happening within you, because that spiritual transformation is what prepares you for healthier connections in the future. When you honor necessary boundaries while maintaining compassion for someone's distant pain, miraculous growth begins inside your soul. Relationships you never imagined possible start manifesting in your life when you learn to love from afar without compromising your peace. Every step you take toward understanding the spiritual complexity of blocked connections brings you closer to mastery over love, boundaries, and divine compassion. Their tears may be part of their own awakening journey, just as your knowledge of those tears awakens deeper wisdom within you about the sacred nature of all human connections. As you navigate this revelation about their emotional state, make it a daily habit to say, "I send love and light while maintaining my boundaries." Speak these words with complete faith each morning. This powerful practice creates spiritual protection around both you and the blocked person, allowing healing energy to flow while keeping harmful patterns from reestablishing. When guilt about their tears creeps in, or when you feel pulled toward breaking your necessary boundaries, pause for a sacred moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and reconnect with the divine wisdom that guided your original decision to create distance. Trust that God is working healing for both of you through this separation, and begin each day sending them light through prayer rather than direct contact. When you fill your thoughts with compassionate boundaries and spiritual love, you create space for miracles in both lives without compromising your hard-won peace. Your ability to hold space for someone's pain while maintaining protective distance is a divine gift that unlocks higher levels of spiritual maturity and unconditional love. During this time of spiritual awareness about their tears, you're not just growing personally, but becoming someone who can guide others through similar blocked relationship challenges. This experience offers you a unique opportunity to demonstrate divine love in its most refined form, compassion without compromise. Each day gives you new chances to practice forgiveness that doesn't require reconciliation, showing others that healing can happen even when people remain separated. As you pray for both your protection and their peace, remember that your spiritual growth creates ripples of healing that touch their life without direct contact. Your journey toward understanding blocked connections can inspire others who feel guilty about necessary separations. Use your experience to bring light to someone else's confusion about digital boundaries and spiritual bonds. Embrace each day as an opportunity to model healthy relationship wisdom, using your spiritual discernment to help others navigate complex connection dynamics. In this shared human experience, we grow stronger together through communities of support that honor both individual boundaries and collective healing, creating networks of understanding that replace toxic connections with spiritually mature love. In closing, as we face this revelation about blocked relationships and distant tears, let's move forward with spiritual wisdom and compassionate boundaries. Be prepared to welcome divine guidance about complex connections. Face spiritual revelations with mature understanding, and recognize the sacred lessons hidden within every separation. Trust in the power of prayer to bridge distances while maintaining necessary protection. You are walking a path toward mastery of unconditional love, surrounded by divine support and strengthened by spiritual discernment. Keep saying, "I send love and light while maintaining my boundaries," and watches both healing and protection flow through your life. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual complexity of blocked relationships, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance about human connections. Hit the notification bell so you never miss revelations about the invisible bonds that connect us all. When you share this message, you help others who feel confused about blocked relationships and distant emotional connections. Each person who receives this spiritual insight through you becomes part of your legacy of wisdom and compassionate understanding. Dear Lord, please bring healing to all blocked relationships and grant wisdom to navigate the invisible threads that connect separated souls. Guide both those who block and those who are blocked towards spiritual growth and peace. Amen. If this message has opened your eyes to the spiritual reality of blocked connections, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $10, $20, $50, or $100. Your generous support helps us continue sharing these profound spiritual insights with others struggling to understand complex relationship dynamics. Please share in the comments your own experiences with blocked relationships and spiritual connections you'd like us to explore in future videos. Tell us what divine messages about human bonds and separation you need most. Your stories and suggestions help us bring you the spiritual guidance that speaks directly to your heart's deepest questions about love, boundaries, and the invisible ties that bind us all.